seated. Well, the Spirit teaches us how to pray, Paul says. Because sometimes we are just really at a loss and we have no words. It's probably true of Jacob in the story this morning. Okay? He spent 7 years working for Laban so that he can marry the woman of his dreams. And then he wakes up the morning after the wedding night and it's the other sister. Of course, the woman I know says, you know, how drunk do you have to be to not know which sister you're spending the night with? So that's a moment, right, where it's hard to know what to say. There you are, there she is. What prayer do you have then? Well, the Spirit intercedes for us, Paul says, with sighs too deep for words. So let's practice, okay? Imagine you're Jacob. You've been spending 7 years working so that you could marry the woman you love. And then you wake up and it's a sister. So you take a deep breath. You have to breathe in, right? You take a deep breath in and you breathe out. Ah! That's a sigh too deep for words. You have no idea how to feel, what to think, what to do next. So you breathe in and you breathe out. And the breathing in, you're taking in that which is outside of yourself. And God is in the breath. And you breathe out, and the breath out has changed the breath. It's not the same breath that you took in, it's different as you breathe out. And you breathe out not knowing what sound will come out or what it means. You just breathe out. And then you breathe in and you breathe out. And if you are willing and are willing to pay attention, that is prayer. That is breathing in the life which you need. You don't breathe in, you die. And in the breath there is God. And as you breathe out, you let yourself enter into life. What the breath that is in you is now out. And it's a cycle of breathing in and breathing out, and you let that be prayer. And it's sighs too deep for words. I think the disciples learned that after Jesus' death. Because here was the person in whose company they had come alive. Come alive in relationship to Jesus, come alive in relationship to one another, began to come alive also in relationship to God. And then all their image of what that would mean and what life would be like ended as he died. And yet, life went on. And they began to take one breath after another. And in their breathing in and breathing out, the Spirit taught them how to pray. And also taught them to see Jesus, present and alive. So for us also, it's been a challenging month here at St. Mark's. More so for some than for others, but for all of us it's been challenging. And we don't really know how to pray exactly. Life's too hard. And yet, we can take a breath in and let it be the Spirit entering our hearts. And if we take it in, eventually we'll have to let it out. And as we let it out, we can become aware of what is the Spirit doing in us and what is being released. We may not have words for it, but we can live life one breath at a time. Trusting that as we do that, that draws us into relationship with a God that is as close to us as our own breath, and whom we trust that nothing that happens and nothing we do can separate us from the love of God that is in Christ Jesus. So, take a breath in and take a breath out. And trust that God will be with you in this moment and the next and the next, and draw you more and more into the love that Jesus embodied and that is drawing us all into God's own life.